introduce yourself, please?
My name is Meeksha Rao. I'm a fourth year aerospace engineer at RV, and when I came into RV, I started debating. So I've been debating for about 3 years now.
My name is Satvik. I'm from Ramayana Law.
I'm Manshu Patil. I'm from ILS and I've been in the debating circuit for over 2 years.
Hi, I'm Nikhila. I'm from Army College. I'm co-writer educator at ProVerb 2019. And I'm here with Sakshi. Hi.
So, what do you think about the importance of debating?
Yeah, so I think, I don't know if I can answer for everybody else, but for me the importance of debating has always been an extracurricular that can help like balance my academics.
I think debating changes the way you think. So if you used to think of something in one way, I think debating makes you look at it in all kinds of angles, to think of it from another perspective, maybe a perspective that you wouldn't have considered. It teaches you to not just think of something because of you liking it or your preference towards it, but by like say maybe comparing merits or demerits of it. So makes you a critical thinker.
I think debating definitely gives you a platform to say whatever you want in whichever manner you want in particular. And definitely you don't have to like censor yourself or like your opinions don't have to like restrict themselves to what the society necessarily thinks. Secondly, it gives you the chance to evaluate your own opinions by being more open to like what others are saying and necessarily listening to your opinions. But it's not like debating doesn't have its flaws. Like a lot of people just don't just feel like whatever they're saying is probably the absolute truth.
So, can you just shed some light upon the debating culture in India and how it's shaping up?
I've been debating for I think 4 years, and I think the number of people who come to debates are just increasing, and that I'd say that's a good thing. That means more and more people are getting into the debating culture in India, and I think that's something that we should be happy about.
So I think like as a whole, the participation and interest for the activity has increased greatly. So much so that now the Indian circuit is starting to do, go to internationals and in fact like performing really well. So there's no way to go but up from here.
What makes British Parliament debates different from other kinds of debate?
Right, so in most other forms of debate, it's one person speaking against another person, or like two people speaking against two other. I think the debate doesn't ever develop beyond those 4 speeches. The difference with British parliamentary debating is given that there are 8 speeches, the debate has to go on, and you have to go deeper into topics or think of new ideas which will widen the scope of the debate. So I think British parliamentary debating forces you to think more and think deeper.
The differences are one, just number of teams. British parliamentary has 4, while Asian parliamentary has 2, and also the number of people in each team. British parliamentary has 2, while AP has 3. And I think just in terms of debating, British parliamentary pushes you to think of more ideas and arguments, while Asian parliamentary pushes you to like respond more, engage with the other person, and maybe not think of that many ideas, but like involve strategy, etc. in debating.
So, what key points that you keep in mind when you pass a judgment on the debate?
The most important point like I think anyone should keep in mind is like largely what you feel about the debate doesn't matter at that point. It's largely about like what the people are saying and who is more logical more than like who knows more about that topic.
So, if you can just share any experience you had in public speaking and you learned.
Well, early on into my debating, there were a lot of times. I mean, not just early on. I think even now there are a lot of times you go into rooms knowing nothing, and I think that teaches you the importance of being prepared and the importance of having to read up and having to know what's happening in the world around you. So repeatedly not knowing what to say has taught me to know when to read, how much to read, what to read.
So I have one question. Like you talked about the biasness happens around the corners in India. So can you just share your opinion about it?
Okay, so I think left bias is a huge problem in the Indian circuit in terms of like you probably being longer in the circuit or you coming from a college which is a lot more reputed than other colleges. Smaller societies, even though they may or may not may have better debaters, necessarily lose certain rounds simply because they are from smaller colleges or not as big debating societies in general. in terms of other biases that go into picture, is just like you getting an advantage by the virtue of being in a bigger college in terms of your vocabulary and the flowery language you can use. And like smaller socks may not have access to these things, so they probably have better reasoning and better matter in their speeches. But some edges like give them a loss simply because they don't sound good enough. I think that's absolute like unfair thing to do, to put it in better words. But yeah, it's something that is being actively tackled by team codes. There's definitely scope for more improvement, but I think it's a step in the right direction.